I was recently reading a book by John Maxwell called Sometimes You Win, Sometimes You Learn. And in the book, he tells of a story where a daughter was complaining to her dad about how tough life was. I mean, just the unfairness and how ruthless life was, and things just weren't going for her real well. And while the dad is listening, he walks over to the stove and he puts 3 pots on the stove. And in each pot, in the first pot, he slices up some carrots. In the second pot, he puts some eggs in there. And in the third pot, he scoops up some coffee beans and puts those in the water. And he lets all 3 pots simmer while his daughter's ranting and raving. Eventually, his daughter runs out of things to talk about, and he don't really say anything. He's just sitting there nodding, And once she runs out of steam, he walks her over to the stove and he says, "Tell me what you see." And she says, "Carrots, eggs, and coffee, Dad." She didn't know where he's going with this. And Dad says, "Well, won't you handle each one of them?" And so each one she handles. The carrot, it just squishes in her hands. The eggs become hard-boiled. And the coffee beans turn the whole water into something more rich and flavorful. He says, "So which one are you? Are you going to be the carrot, the egg, or the coffee bean? When adversity strikes you, are you going to be something that adversity just boils you and you become soft? Or will you become hardened to all the beauty that still exists in the world today? Or will you instead be the coffee bean, where you're in the same water, but you transform that water, and in that water, as the boiling waters of adversity heat up, your inner boldness and your beauty and your boldness are released and revealed to the world." Now keep in mind, they were all subjected to the same situations, yet they didn't all come out the same. See, we may not be able to choose our adversity, but we can sure as hell choose our response to it. So when you're in the heat, ask yourself, how do I choose to be in this situation right now? Do I want to be the carrot, the egg, or the coffee bean?